Hi everyone, it's Mariah. So one of the reasons that I got into Bitcoin, into cryptocurrency, was because of its impacts on social justice, its impacts on the environment, its impacts on giving power to the people. I've been looking at this from a permaculture perspective, and so I've been doing a lot of research on those types of things lately. It's awesome that this can be made as an investment or as a buy and hold, or however you want to look at it. People are making money with Bitcoin. But for me, that's not why I got into it. And while I do have hopes of making money with it, that's not why I'm into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And so I was really amazed when the other day I was reading articles that were saying that it's only between about 5 to 7% of Bitcoin wallet owners are women. And obviously we have anonymous Bitcoin wallet. So, where the numbers are exactly is a little bit interesting. We don't have exact great numbers, but I've been seeing that that's the highest number I've been seeing. Some of the articles from a couple years ago were saying it's 1 to 2%. It was luckily, and I'll post some of these articles in the comments, that we're now up to 5 to 7% with women. Well, why? One of the things that people are saying is that because women have a lower risk tolerance, and Bitcoin's very volatile. As we all say, only buy into Bitcoin as much as you can afford to lose. And so women theoretically have this proclivity for stability. And a hypervolatile market like this, that while it could go to the moon, it could also crash, is not something within their risk tolerance. For me, the excitement of it going to the moon, so I could then take that money that I made from Bitcoin and buy a house and do those things to build my own stability, was actually one of my many driving factors in Bitcoin. So I can see that stability thing. But saying that women are only wanting stable things seems to be a little sexist. But okay, women like things differently than men. We can also look at, just the number of women in technology. It's taken me a lot of work to understand this, and I still don't understand everything. I don't have an engineering background. I don't have a computer programming background. I do love math. I do love computer and electronics, but it's not my background. I have a background in the liberal arts, humanities, and so that's not where my background was. So I had to do a lot of research to understand this. Whereas I was doing a crypto tea party with some friends last night, and one of my friends is a male, and he's a server engineer and has been doing this for like 2 decades. I don't have that depth of knowledge. The other thing is we don't have a lot of women in the financial industry. It's still a male-dominated industry. And so when we talk about financial planning and financial analysts and all of these things, I'm not one. And there's many more men than women. It's still a non-traditional career for women. So women tend to lack the financial volatility knowledge. They tend to lack the technology knowledge, and this is just what is going on, and there is a desire for stability. And then we're also looking at, women being in non-traditional fields. While I don't consider myself an expert at Bitcoin or crypto at all, I just have somebody that's been reading up on it for a while, and I know more than your average Joe, but there's experts that know way more than I do. I still find, but I'm also a woman that has worked in the non-traditional career fields for years. I worked in construction, I worked in renewable energy, and those were male-dominated industries. And it was always hard. Especially when I was teaching, I had to fight and say, this is who I am and this is what I know. Every semester, the first day of class, I had to prove my knowledge to my students. And I feel like I had to do that more than my male counterparts. They automatically assumed because I was a pretty young woman that I didn't necessarily know what I was talking about, and I had to prove it, rather than them saying, okay, well, obviously this person is standing in front of the class as the professor, they must know something. But they based on my judgment and my age that I didn't know what I was talking about, and then I had to prove it. And then obviously by the end of the class, my students understood why I was hired and why I had my job. This is the same thing in the crypto market, is we have lots of women that want to get into this industry, but they walk into the field and people just stare and they're like, you don't know anything. And so the women are talked around and they're belittled and they're expected not to know anything. So the question is how do we actually get more women into crypto? And I think the first thing is to understand that there's something out there that a lot of people are interested in. Let's not just blow it off. Let's learn about it. Ask questions. Be inquisitive, because that nature is going to get us really far. And then, let's help each other and ask questions. And let's see how can we address this issue of the gender imbalance in the world of crypto. Because the gender imbalance isn't just crypto. It's technology. It's finance. There's all these industries that there is a gender imbalance. And so how do we find these things? And then how do we make cryptos that are intriguing to women, that meet women's needs? And so I just want to talk about that for a minute today. Check out some links below. I posted some articles that I find kind of interesting about this. And let's continue the conversation. So have a great day, guys. Bye.